Hey, what's up, you guys? And welcome to the Coffee Break Podcast. Don't spit it out.
You made me laugh. I can't help it.
I'm your host, Melissa.
And I'm your co-host, Elisa, with her amazing coffee. ASMR episode.
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
And me with my water.
With the water. We don't believe in water here, Melissa. It's all about coffee. You only drink coffee every day of your life.
Wrong.
There's water in your coffee. You don't need water.
You need water.
No, you don't.
Stay hydrated.
No. Have you ever heard that joke? I don't know if I mentioned it to you, where it's like, I made my coffee with Red Bull this morning. I didn't realize, I was halfway to work until I realized I left my car at home.
What?
I probably said it wrong, but it's like, I mixed my coffee with Red Bull.
Yeah.
So halfway to work, I left my car at home. Because I'm sprinting to work because of the Red Bull and coffee.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought that it was like a flying joke because, you know, Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh, yeah, huh? Totally forgot about that part. Anyway, welcome to those who don't know what the Coffee Break Podcast is. It's where we only drink religiously coffee and put Red Bull in our coffee.
No. Absolutely not.
Kidding. Not kidding. We're that friend you haven't seen in a long time. That cousin that just moved back into town. Or you just want to hang out with your best host in the whole entire world. Right here.
Me.
And drinks. Oh my gosh, okay.
That's me.
That's her. Yeah. I'm talking about the coffee, not you.
Oh,
dang. She's amazing.
I see how it is.
Yes. Yes. See how it is with your aquariums at home.
I do. I have.
She does. She has a lot. It's cool.
I recently switched to back to my 40-gallon because my fish has gotten significantly bigger, and
The pink one? The parent one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is orange.
Orange, sorry. Orange.
He does kind of look
salmon.
pink in
Yeah.
a different light. Yeah, he does look pink. And but yeah, he's gotten significantly bigger, so I had to switch to the 40-gallon tank, and it was a pain in the ass to set up. And I still haven't even finished.
Oh my god. I know, there's still like rocks in one corner.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
Oh my god,
else.
he's so messy. He's like the messiest fish I've ever had. And I had goldfish.
Oh
Do
my
you
god.
know how much like just pure ammonia goldfish secrete? It's
so
awful.
gross.
It's
gross.
awful. And they dirty your tank like nobody's business. But this fish, he's by himself and he creates so much like ammonia and poop, and he's just the worst, messiest fish.
That's gross.
He's really cute fish. He's really fun to play with. Kind of, if you know how to play with a fish, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I ain't touching a fish.
Really? I pet my fish, but he bites now. So yeah, he like grew into his maturity a little bit, and now he's kind of aggressive.
He's going through his teenage years. That's why it's messy.
Honestly, probably. Because he's kind of getting aggressive now, so he's like biting. And yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
And so like it's kind of hard to like fix his tank now because he just keeps trying to attack me.
Dang.
Yeah. He's quite a character. He's like one of the most he's had the most personality of all the fish I've ever had.
True. He likes to follow you around when you're walking near his tank.
Yeah.
The other ones don't give a crap about you.
They're just swimming.
They're like, mind your business. This is my home. Rent free. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to go visit him again because I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah. I'll go visit him. Well, come and join and relax with us as we talk about aquariums, fishes, and today's segment, since a lot of you guys were so excited about last week's episode, we're continuing our anime section. Yeah.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Anime part 2. And also, we didn't really get through a lot of it only because we went off so many tangents, just like this one.
Yep.
But it's okay.
Life.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, it's okay. And we got a lot of people who like message us asking us about different animes to talk about, and people who were like, you should talk about this one, and I was like, yes, because that one's a great one, or no, I never watched it, so we're not talking about it because I don't know what it is. So so we're gonna continue on that after we do our coffee of the day, which is that one special coffee, and we do fun facts about it. And today's is a Greek frappe.
Oh.
When you hear the word frappe, Melissa, what do you think of?
Like something that's kind of whipped.
Whipped? Yeah. It's like shaken or whipped or something like
Yeah.
that. Or some people...
But I honestly don't know.
Right?
I'm not that much of an expert on coffee.
I'm not that much either. I learn every single day of my life as a coffee person. But some people, and I asked some of my friends before I did this one on our episode, was, what is the first thing you think of when you hear frappe? And people were like, oh, frappuccino, blah, 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 blend drink. No.
Not this one.
Get that out of your head. It's a frappe. It was made by mistake by a Nescafe representative who makes cold coffee with instant coffee in a shaker, like an actual, like, you know, the bartenders, like, they make it, they shake it together, because they couldn't find any hot water. Probably something in the Nescafe, their plumbing got mixed up or something, the water pipe stopped giving hot water.
Wait a minute, you mean to tell me at a coffee place they did not have hot water?
Nope.
What kind of?
Amen. The plumbing, the water pipes. It could have been something you don't know.
I mean, there are a lot of ways to make hot coffee or hot.
Maybe it was rush hour.
Water.
And they were like, just do it fast.
All right. Well, anyways.
Anyway, so yeah, so they have it because they didn't have any hot water. So it became actually really popular in Greek, and it contains actually like instant coffee, cold water, and just sugar.
Oh, interesting.
That's the only 3 main ingredients, and it's so popular in Greece that it's almost at every cafe there.
Oh, interesting.
Like, yeah, it's also like one of the easiest things to make for them probably too. And
yeah,
they probably look cool putting it in like the bartender sugar and go like.
I'm gonna make that.
I know. I want to try that too. Of just like instant
just
coffee,
feel like what
water.
Yeah, what makes it so good?
Yeah, what makes it so good? I thought I had like condensed milk. Like some people put whipped cream on top of it to be fancy.
Yeah,
but I don't like whipped cream, so no whipped
You're
cream.
You're wrong
for
me. That. Don't at me.
What did you say? Don't at me.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Don't at me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, that is our coffee of the day. So let's jump into back our anime section.
Yeah.
So we already talked about last episode was.
We talked about
Sailor Moon. Because that's always on
Dragon
top
Ball.
Of my head. Dragon Ball. I thought you said Jack in the Box.
Someone's hungry.
I am hungry, girl. We talked about God Eater. We talked about that anime you were watching and
Chiro's Road or something like that.
Wars. Yeah, Chiro Road. Have you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist?
Hell yeah.
Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
No, actually, I didn't watch Brotherhood, but I've been told that I should stop watching the original.
Yes.
And just watch Brotherhood.
Yes, because that one has a better. That one feels more of a closure and makes more sense. It has more of a drive to watch it, and it's so much cooler. It's just so much cooler. Like the animation style changed a bit. It still has the same characters, and some stories that you saw in the other Metal Alchemist is still in the Brotherhood one, but they changed it. They either made it shorter because it wasn't too much of a significant, or it's really cool. It's really cool. I love the storyline to it. I don't want to give any big spoilers, but it's about alchemy. It's about these 2 brothers that try doing the forbidden alchemy by bringing someone back from the dead, which is forbidden.
A big no-no.
It's a big no-no, and they try to bring their mom back. And, you know, alchemy
They suffer
like,
consequences of their actions, and then we're going on to a journey of how they're trying to fix it.
Yep. Because
that's basically what it is.
Basically what it is. Yeah, it is. You're good. You're good. And their dad left them.
Oh yeah.
Bye, Dad. See ya, Felicia. Like, okay. And he tries being a better dad later, and you're just like,
yeah,
you left me, son. But isn't it also like the alchemy is like equal trade?
Well, that's always
equal,
kind of been that way.
Right? Yeah, it's like equivalent exchange.
Yeah, equivalent
there we go.
exchange.
Where it was like that's why they tried bringing their mom back. They lost the arm and the body. Which is you can't really miss that because it's literally in the beginning of the anime and it's on the cover. So it's just like got it. But
quick thinking by Ed.
Yes, thank you. Good job, Ed. Good job. He's the oldest brother, right? Ed?
He's the older brother, but he's like the shortest because
he is the shortest.
His younger brother is in a suit of armor.
Yes.
And so he's just like this big old thing with the voice of a child.
Yeah. He's
which
the
is
youngest.
Great.
It's amazing, yeah. And they have such good heart. Like
it's really good, like
it is like the character growth in every like even like the villains they meet, like they show so much character development and growth and stuff like that. It's
actually a really good. It's really really good show. But like I said, I did stop watching the first one because everyone told me to. Yes. And they told me to go watch Brotherhood, and I was like, okay, I'll do that.
I'll do that.
So I still haven't finished it, but yeah, because I got pretty far in the original.
Yeah.
So that's why like I know a good majority of it. But yeah, I stopped. I need to get back on it.
You're like, I need to get back on it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you need to watch it because I think all 4 parts of the anime, like from start to finish, is in Netflix. So it's really good. I love it. It's like, because I was watching it like consistently, like I was watching it every single day, and then they stopped. Like it was the 4th part wasn't on Netflix, so I was like, well, what the heck? So I waited, but then I went over to a friend's house and they had a I think it was Crunchyroll or some one of those anime streaming, and they had it, and then we were watching it, and we were almost done. It was like I had 4 more episodes, but we had to go, and I was like, we gotta drive home, we gotta go. It was like he was like 2 hours away, so it was like we gotta go. So I was like, and then I finally finished it this year out of like all the time that's been out and everything like that. I was like, I finally finished it, and I cried. Yep, that's gonna be you.
That's gonna be me.
You need to watch it. Watch it. Do it. Yeah, it's a great anime.
Yeah, it is.
I love it. What's other animes you've been watching to recommend to our fans?
I'm rewatching Fruits Basket. I know that last episode we talked about Knights of the Zodiac. Yeah. But this one's a different Zodiac.
Oh, the Chinese Zodiacs, right?
Yeah, the Chinese Zodiac.
Whoop, whoop.
So that's basically, it's a, I feel like it's a coming of age for the main character. Her name is Toru Hana, and she is a very, very nice girl. Very sweet girl.
What is Fruit Basket about? Because I know you remade it.
Yeah.
But what is it fully about?
Yeah. Oh, that I just found that out recently too. I was like, oh, they remade it. Yeah. I saw it on Toonami, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it was on like New York poster boards.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I need to watch this. I'm rewatching it, and then I was like, why am I rewatching the old one when I could be watching
I can watch the new one right now.
Yeah. Or no, it wasn't Toonami. It was Funimation. Yeah.
Okay.
So they announced it on Funimation, and I was like, wait, what? This has been going on for a couple days now? What?
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening? Oh my god.
But it's basically about this girl named Toru Hana, and she's basically down on her luck because her dad, I think he goes overseas, if I'm remembering this correctly, he goes overseas or something like that for work, and she's left by herself, and she's been living
every Japanese kid.
Yeah, but she's been living in a tent in the woods by herself.
What?
Yeah. And because her mom passed away, and she's basically had I don't think her dad's in this show at all. Like, he's not even mentioned, if I'm correct now. If I think back now, he's never really mentioned, and so but the premise is that her mom died. She's been taking care of herself, living in a tent in the woods. She has family, but that she was staying with, but they're doing renovations to their house, so she had to leave. Oh. Yeah, like they kicked her out. Straight up. God, like, oh, okay. Yeah, figure it out.
Bye.
Bye,
Felicia.
Yeah, I was like, that's quite a family you got there.
Right?
They're like, her family is trash, honestly.
Aww.
Yeah, but anyway, she meets this, the most popular guy in her school, and he's considered like the prince of the school, and yeah, he's like really overly like admired at school, and he's like trying to stay anonymous and quiet and in the background, but for some reason their classmates see it as like him trying to be mysterious and charming.
Oh my god.
I know, it's kind of like what? How did they get that from that?
They're like, we're gonna do whatever we want,
you know, high school
and
girls
fantasize about you.
Yeah, basically. And but she runs into him in the woods, and that's kind of how it starts. And then like shenanigans happen, and she finds out that they are a family that's been cursed throughout the years.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and that when they come in contact with the opposite sex, they turn into animals of the zodiac.
Oh.
Yeah. So the main guy, his name is Yuki, and he turns into the rat. The year of the rat.
Oh.
So, yeah. And so like slowly you start learning about the different family members and the zodiacs of who they are and stuff. It's really cool, a sweet movie.
How do they breed? Like, how do they have kids if they can't?
Well, like from what I'm finding out is that a lot of them are like, you know, like third cousins marrying each other. Like a lot of like inner family breeding. But they do it because like they explain it as though like, you know, it's okay. Because kind of like give you that vibe. But basically they say that they kind of like try to maintain relationships within the family because they know that outside people won't be able to handle the responsibility of bearing a child that turns into an animal. Like sometimes it's traumatizing. A lot of times the mothers will either reject their child or they will overly protect it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do they
like get traumatized by it. I'm just like, but I mean, it makes sense. Like you are holding your baby, and if you have a boy, like it's gonna turn into something.
Yeah. You're like,
and it's like next thing you know, your baby boy turns into a boar.
Yeah.
Or like.
Okay. Wait. So, is it anyone? Even if they touch another, like if I'm female and I touch like my brother, would I turn into a animal?
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh my god, how?
I know, right? It's like,
even
I was a little bit tripped out. Like, I have so many questions.
Because you can't.
But,
You can't.
Like,
okay, if you guys know more information about this, can you please, like, clear it up? My brain hurts really bad. Because, like, how do you make a child? You can't touch the other unless, like, you put a needle in and you go,
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's some bestiality going on there. If you really think about it.
Unless they like,
but like if I think that because if they're both zodiac members, if they turn into zodiacs, it doesn't work. They did say that.
It doesn't work, right?
Yeah,
okay, family members it doesn't work. Okay,
that they can hug each other and they won't transform because they are cursed.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
It applies to someone that's not within the family.
Okay, that makes more sense. Mm-hmm. Does the main character fall in love with any of them? Yeah, no. They like create a love triangle with the rat and the cat.
The rat and the cat and her. And honestly, I don't really care too much for that.
Yeah. It's just the shenanigans.
Like, it's just the shenanigans that go around that interest me.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I like the funny stuff. Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting, though.
Yeah. It's a really good show, though. Like, I'm probably explaining it super bad, but...
It's okay.
But, yeah. I really like the show.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Fruit Basket. Go watch the new and improved Fruit Basket.
Yeah.
And then explain a little bit more to me in the comment section about how everything works. Because my brain does not want to function right now about it. Oh, my God, my brain. That was... Woo! No, I'm kidding. What other animes you've been watching? Or ones that you've been recommended and you're like, what is this about? What is this? What are those? No, that's a bad line.
No.
It's very rude to think about it.
What else have I been watching?
I did try watching this one called, it's on Netflix, called The Beginning. 13 The Beginning. It's on Netflix. It's about, like, these... It's very hard, because, like, it starts off with these, like, detectives, and they live in, like, a new form of Japan, and they're trying to figure out... So there's these people that looks like... They don't look like carnival people, but they are running on a drug that helps them live and become sane, because they're crazy murderers that just, like, if they don't take it, they go insane.
Really?
Yeah, they start going on, like, a killing spree and stuff like that.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they're like, they're bad, but they're good because they're trying to, like, calm down the crazy killers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there was this time where, like, there was this group of people, they were trying to do tests on kids and make, like, they're supposed to be, like, gods and stuff like that.
Oh.
And so they have certain powers. But, like, there's this one guy who's supposed to lead, like, them to the light and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he has, like, all his friends die, and he gets parts from every, like, literal arm parts, leg parts from these kids. And the ones who did make it out from, like, this attack when they were trying to kill them, they became bad. And they were, like, it's a whole thing where they're trying to, like, this one detective guy is trying to figure out the clues to it, because now they're going, like, the crazy people are going on a rant, like, a killing spree. Yeah. And then you have this one god kid who's killing those people who are killing random people. Everyone's dying. And then they have this, like, investigation of, like, there's these women that has been getting kidnapped and killed all in the same, like, category. Like, they all have, like, the same kind of hair, hair. Like, they all have similar qualities to each other, and they're trying to figure out why. At the same time, there's a god war happening in the back that's kind of involved with this, and it's very, like, it was very confusing.
It's really complicated.
It's very complicated. Like, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
And, like, actually focus watching.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like, it was cool and everything like that. But then I started losing interest because I was so confused.
Yeah.
Like, there's another one called Hero's Mask that I thought it was cool. But then, like, after the 5th episode, I stopped watching it. They also do this thing in Hero's Mask where they pause. They're like, what? And I'm like,
that was a really long
pause. Or, like, you know how, like, animated stare at each other, like, I figured it out by just looking at you. Yeah. And you're like, but these are too long of pauses where they're just, like, showing them looking at each other back and forth. And it's supposed to be, like, the futuristics, like, another detective one, because, you know, I like action.
Yeah.
And, like, they have eye contacts that shows, like, what the detective looks at. Okay. And there's people back on site, like, helping them say, like, oh, hey, there's someone over there, or hey, did you hear that, blah, blah, blah. So apparently there was this company that was working on a new weapon, and it's origami paper, and you put it on your face, and it will give you power. Yeah. You put it on your face, or you put it on some part of your body, it will give you a different power. Yeah. But the thing was, it would suck the life out of you. So every time you use it, you're draining your life. Oh. And so they were trying to figure out, because the company that was doing it was trying to figure out a way to become immortal with powers, but it backfired. And the company that the detectives were trying to, this one lawyer was trying to stop. She got killed, and they're trying to, like, you know, her death is not in vain kind of thing. They're trying to figure out, why did they kill her? They were saying it was a heart attack. But it was not a heart attack. Yeah. She got murdered. Why are they lying about it? Why they lying about it? So they're just, like, trying to figure out the truth. And the whole time they were like, I couldn't, like, just thinking about it right now makes me mad, because there were so much long pauses. They were just, like, it made no sense. It made no sense. It was cool action parts. Yeah. It made sense in the beginning, but then later, it didn't, and I thought it was cool because have you ever watched Psychopaths?
No.
Psychopath. I think I mentioned this in one of the episodes. I could be wrong, but Psychopaths is kind of like in the future where.
But I've seen like the title. On
I don't know if they're gonna make a second season. They said they would, but I don't know. It's kind of like when the military has a chip in you to check on your mental health. Okay. So there's no crazy like serial killers or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And every single time there's different colors of the spectrum, and greenish yellow is horrible, meaning like you're going crazy. Your mentality is horrible. You need to see a psychiatrist or something like that. They force you to go get checked in. Yeah, and so it's like this newbie. She's trying to understand it because it's so cool because the guns they have will not shoot if they read that their mental health is stable. They will not shoot at that person.
Oh, interesting.
If it's unstable, they will shoot at that person. Yeah. But like if you went through trauma or something happened. Yeah. But it was super cool because they showed how crazy a psychopath can be. Wow. Because there was a guy who was just killing people and the gun wouldn't shoot at him because in his mentality he was fine. Oh. But he's not. He's just killing people. And it just shows like how crazy a psychopath can be. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, like what the heck is it? And there's a full story and everything like that, and it's really good because it follows this other detective, those who have already like lost their mentality, like they're in the green, they can either go to jail or they can serve the police force as like kind of like their enforcers who go in and do the fighting, stuff like that, so the police don't go crazy or anything like that. Their mental safety, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you have these, like, they call them mutts sometimes, which is really messed up. And they have them do all their dirty work for them. Yeah. And so you follow them, a group, and you follow them trying to figure out, like, what's going on and stuff like that. It's really cool. Yeah. I think the second season's coming out, but it's really cool because, like, their guns was, like, it turns into, like, a small one, big one. Yeah. And, like, different kinds of ammo they have, whether it's like plasma or like actually bullets and stuff like that, because it depends how severe the case was. Yeah, it was really cool. It was sad a lot, like I cried a lot, but it's really good.
I watched this movie. For some reason, I forgot the name, but it was it's also a slice of life, but it was more dramatic. It was about this girl who was hard of hearing. She goes to a school, and she gets picked on for being deaf. Right? Yeah, and she got really, really picked on in middle school by one kid, and then he ends up regretting it, and because he goes through like a dark time himself, and he tries to commit suicide, and but he doesn't, and he later realizes that maybe he should just, try to get in contact with her. Yeah. Just try to change something. So to change his life in a way. And gain some closure. And he went back to her because he knew that was one person that he kind of like messed up by bullying. And so he learned sign language, and he went out of his way to learn sign language. Aww. And so he can communicate with her.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And even though she's hard of hearing, she can speak, but it sounds kind of odd because she can't, when you can't hear yourself, it sounds really weird. Yeah. Like it sounds odd. Yeah. And so basically they go through like their moment of trying, like getting to know each other and being there for each other, because she was also going through a dark phase too because of her hard of hearing. She felt like such a burden on her family and everyone around her, and she had a hard time making friends, and she was still having a hard time making friends. Her younger sister was super protective of her because of that reason. And so like they were kind of the girl and the guy, they were developing a relationship that was more a friendship, but she started falling in love with him, and she wanted to tell him, but she couldn't because she's deaf and she wanted to say it with words. She didn't want to sign it.
Aww.
Yeah. And it just didn't come out the way she wanted. And she got even more depressed. And she ended up also trying to commit suicide.
Aww.
Yeah. And he saves her, and it was a really sad story. It's
God.
good, but it's really, really sad. It got me in my
cry,
feels for
watch
sure.
it.
The ending definitely made you want to cry.
Oh shoot!
And
it's on Netflix.
But yeah, he decided to. But he saved her. He almost died trying to save her, and she felt really bad and like a lot of sad times and stuff. But yeah, it gets resolved. But it was a really sad story. I don't want to give too much away.
Don't.
Yeah.
You can.
But it's a movie. It's not really an anime, like a show.
Oh, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh,
but it's really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really good though. It definitely gave me like foreign film feeling,
okay.
but it was anime.
Yeah, it was anime.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah, I saw it on Netflix a few times, and I was debating to watch it, but I thought it was anime. So I was like, oh, I'll think. Like, I mean, I thought it was a show. I know it's anime, but I thought it was a show, not a movie.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, this is a movie. Okay.
Wait a second. How long's the movie?
It's pretty long. It's like maybe 30 minutes or more.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really remember. I'm probably really wrong. But yeah, I watched that. That was really good. Made me cry. My sister was watching it with me, and she wanted to finish watching it. I was like, "You're gonna watch that by yourself."
No, I'm not doing it again. Yeah. Not doing it again.
I'm not going through this emotional roller coaster again.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Snap. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
It's really good. But like I've watched other shows too, but I don't really remember them very well. Like I used to watch Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex.
Yes, Ghost in the Shell, so good.
The new ones are kind of like,
no, that good.
They're not drawing me in. Like the only one I've ever watched was Standalone Complex, and that's it. And even that, like, it's really hard to remember what it's about.
Yeah.
But you know, utopian world, cybernetics, robot people. Really good. It's really cool. It's mystery. Like the main character, Major, she is a detective, and she is. Yeah. She goes off and fights crime. Yeah.
I love the intro song they have for it.
Because
the intro was like 3D, wasn't it? Like,
it's like a mixture of like weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's really, really weird, but
cool,
it's really cool.
I love the songs though for the intro songs.
Me too.
That's what drew me in. I was like,
yes.
It was kind of
because like around that time, when it came out, like I was watching like The Big O also, which is like a mech. Who's also the guy? He's the main character. I forgot his name, but he's got like a robot servant, and he's also a detective. But he's like
Batman. No, I'm kidding.
he basically, that's kind of what it is.
Okay.
But instead of like the Batman suit, he has like this gigantic mech. That's called the Big O.
Got it.
Yeah, and it's really cool. And so like around that time, that was coming out, and then I was watching that, and I was watching a little bit of Cowboy Bebop. And I was watching Samurai Champloo, like all of that stuff.
Samurai Champloo was really cool. It was
Samurai Champloo, don't at me, but Samurai Champloo is one of the best animes, period. In my opinion, it is one of the best shows ever. I want them to create a new season so bad, but at the same time,
leave it as is.
I wanted to leave it as is because it's that good.
You kind of want more at the same time. You don't want to ruin that facade.
Yeah, if there's one anime that I've watched so many times, out of order, in order, is Samurai Champloo. I love that show. It's so good.
I remember watching like parts here and there before I watched like series when I got older. But like I remember like it was just so like it was different. style to me.
Yeah, it
like,
really is, because
theme and storyline and everything. It was like very grungy.
It was really grungy, realistic, but it also had like a mixture of like hip hop influence in there and then European influence in there.
Yeah,
it's very mixy
matchy. Yeah. It was different, but it was really good, though.
It's when
I was watching it, I never really finished it, but I did watch the last episode, and it was a good ending. Yeah. I liked the ending. It was like a good sum of it.
Yeah. Very good conclusion to everything. It didn't leave you unsatisfied.
Yes.
Like, it was like, it was very much you accepted the ending.
Yeah, you're okay with it. Yeah. Like, you're not disappointed from what happened.
Yeah.
You don't mind it. It's not, I don't mind it. Have you watched One Punch Man?
No.
I need to watch the second one, but it's fantastic. Like, there's people who are born into being a superhero, and this guy trained himself to be a superhero. Like, he doesn't fly. He's so strong, he jumps in the air, able to float for, like, however long he wants to, and able to land back down unharmed. He is, like, it's so funny, because, like, he beats everyone so easily. Like, he just does one punch, and they're done. Yeah, they're done. But, like, he meets a cyborg guy who is, like, his right-hand person. And it's so funny. Like, he's a funny guy, the One Punch Man. I forgot his name. But, he literally became who he was from doing 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, and running 10Ks every single day.
What?
Yes, every single day. Because, like,
I want to know why he's bald.
Oh, because of the stress and the diet he was on made him bald. Yeah. I believe. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I watched it, but that was kind of like
what you got out of it. Yeah.
And it's like, there's so
like,
many.
I'd always wonder that. Like, he's supposed to be like this really cool character, but why is he bald?
Like, because of that reason. His diet and, like, he was pushing himself, and the stress just made him bald, and he can't grow hair back because of stress. That's literally life there. It's so true.
Though. It's happened.
Yeah, it's so funny because, like, they don't name any of the cities. They just name it City A, City Z, City B, because they're destroyed so much. I'm like, I wonder how much, like, you pay for everything, because you know it's going to get destroyed the next day or something like that.
I like that in the Marvel movies and the shows, they talk about that. Like, they talk about, like, the destruction of, like, each fight or war that happens, like the repercussions of it. Like, that's pretty clever and smart of them to do.
Yeah.
So it's like you never really talk about it, like, in animes and shows, but like, Marvel actually did go pretty deep into that.
They did, which is like, because, like, sometimes when I think about it, like, when I watch the Avengers, everyone's like, oh, the fightings were cool and stuff like that. I'm like, New York got messed up. How are we gonna rebuild this city?
Yeah, it's like, that's huge. That's what I always thought. Like, when Sailor Moon in Sailor Moon, like, when they would get attacked, like, no one would just like
there's no
when
one
get like, no one noticed, like, all of this that's happened, or, like, even in other things too, like,
like Dragon Ball Z, like, a town literally got destroyed. And I'm like, are we not gonna talk about this?
Basically,
like, they do a coverage of it, and then they go fight, and I'm just like, that was a lot. But Dragon Ball Z barely goes into cities. They go outskirts, like, they go into fields and stuff like that, so they can cover that up more. Like, I get it. Like, my first thing was like, oh my god, there's a fight here. You know how much time we would have to fix places and rebuild places, level the ground. Yeah. Because, like, in One Punch,
craters in the ground from punching
and everything like that. Yeah, like, one of the
someone getting slammed into the earth.
Yeah, slam into the earth.
Somehow they survived.
Like, there was a part where, like, there was a meteor coming, and the earth was gonna be destroyed. I forgot, and they were in this city that was already, like, falling apart. But, like, they destroyed a meteor, but small parts were able to get into some of the city, and it was just getting destroyed. And then One Punch Man is talking to his sidekick like there was nothing going on, and I was just like, what's going on? What is going on? It was like, it was crazy. And you have to register yourself as a hero, and you have to meet a criteria. Yeah, so, like, at first he was like, at the bottom of the tier, One Punch Man, and then he has to at least stop a crime once a week. Yeah, he had to do something.
He had to meet a quota.
Yeah, he had to meet a quote. And it was just like, he was like, what? And they're like, yeah, you have to meet a quota because the higher you are, the less of a quota you have to fill.
Yeah.
Because you are only called, like, in the Class A, or is it Class S? I think it's Class S, where you have to, you're like the big star. Yeah. You only go for the big fights and everything like that, so you have no quota. But for the ones, like, there was this one guy, they call him Bicycle Man. And he has like such a pure heart because he wants to save the world, but he has no powers, and he literally is just in his like bike gear, just going around, just like trying to keep people safe. And he's
random citizen.
Yeah, he's a random citizen. He has more fight in him than these heroes with like powers, because literally half the so-called like super good heroes literally like left when this one alien came.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this one, like, amazing hero. He's in jail, though. And he's very feminist. And he's always naked. Always naked.
Why?
And there's so many male superheroes because so they can make them naked. I'm like, why? Like, he's all like, I went to jail because I couldn't keep myself away from all the pretty boys. And I was like... You're in jail around guys, though, friend. Like, that doesn't stop you. It's a funny like anime. Like, it does have serious notes. Yeah. But it's funny. It's great. It's fantastic. But yeah, I love it so much. I think we did a few good animes. Yeah, we did a few good ones. We're going over our times of 30 minutes because we realized there's a lot of talk about with anime. Yeah. So
we might do another episode maybe later. We'll watch some new stuff and we'll let you know. And then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so if we remember any old ones, we can write them down and we'll talk about it in another episode. If you want more, let us know. Okay, guys?
Recommend us something in the comments.
Yeah, if you know any action ones that are kind of like God Eater or something like that, let me know because I'm interested in that. Homeboy. Yeah. Skillet Biscuit Eater. Yes. Yes. This is brought to you by Elite 23 Shopping. Yay. Everyone is going back to school. It's good for the parents, sad for the kids. Okay, get over it. Because when you go to college, it doesn't get better.
Time to learn stuff.
Time to learn. We got some awesome bags to make you the eye of the school program or the yearbook. Yeah, they still do yearbooks where they take pictures of you and everything like that. Yeah. Sorry, it's been a while. I forgot what a yearbook was. But we have cool pencil cases too, and we also have like cool outfits for your new college students that be coming to a new semester. Don't be nervous. You'll do great. Go to
Make new friends.
Yes. Make new friends. Make friends.
Make study groups. They help.
Study groups, yes. Do not party too hard because honestly, college life is not about the party life.
No,
it's
party life.
Passing. You said no, yes, party life?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's part of the experience.
Hangouts, yeah. Game nights. That's what we did.
That's what we did a lot,
Game nights. We honestly just like came together and played games.
Yeah, board games. Which is
honestly, that's the best kind because you're actually interacting with your friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
So do that. Go ahead. Get some game nights, hangout nights. Do whatever you want. Have fun. Go to elite23shopping.com for awesome clothings. Use discount code CBP. Y'all should know this by now. CBP. For 30% off your total purchase. And I will keep saying this until the deadline. If you are interested in selling at cons like Comic-Con, Anime Expo, WonderCon, and I think what's coming back in San Diego is Anime Conji. They had that for a while. It was in the Mission Valley area where it was like Anime Expo but smaller.
It's like this Mission Valley Convention Center that they have. It's small.
It's small, but
they had it there.
Cool. Yeah, they had it I think before Comic-Con. It was really cool. Yeah. It's very small, but it was nice. So if you guys are interested in selling your amazing art, stickers, buttons, pins, or yourself, no, I'm kidding. If you want to brand yourself out, let us know. Email us at elite23global.entertainment@gmail.com. I'll put it in down below. Check out our Instagram for more details, which is e23g.entertainment. on Instagram. You'll get more information about what the qualifications are. You just only have to pay 25% of the booth, and that's honestly saving you a lot of money because you get to go all 4 days plus preview night at Comic-Con or Anime Expo. You get to go all 4 days, WonderCon and all that stuff. So think about it. Let us know. We already have a waiting list, and we've been looking out through portfolios and stuff like that. And we'll have to do a meet and greet with you to see if you're a decent human
you'll get to meet
being.
us.
You get to meet us. Oh my god, guys.
Oh my god.
So we'll put all that information in the bottom. The last day to apply is by September 30th. We gave you guys a big opening because a lot of payments are due then. So yeah, contact us. We'll see you in the next week's episode. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.